Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Married at First Sight UK Season 8 episodes 31 to 34. Guys, the ending of this season has just been dragging. I'm not gonna lie to you, the last dinner party, did not watch it. Did not. However, I feel like whatever they shared there are things that we already know. So before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So this is actually going to be a breeze, but maybe I'll do a little bit of commentary, my thoughts on the couples and their decisions, and then you guys can sound off in the comments your thoughts on the couples and their decisions. So episodes 31 and 32, the things that I noted down was that Matt wants kids and Adrien does not. To be more clear, she said that she hasn't been in a relationship with somebody who has made her want to have kids. You got to be somebody who's indifferent about having kids to be with somebody who has that kind of perspective. And it seems as if for Matt, he wants to have children. Yeah, this is going to be a big problem if you ask me, but we'll tackle that when we get there. Jordan doesn't believe in long distance relationships, and Erica doesn't want to be smothered. So how's this going to work? If y'all were married, you would have to be under the same roof. Granted, this isn't like the pandemic where literally everyone was up under each other, but you're going to have to spend a considerable amount of time, you're going to have to spend a lot of time together in close quarters. So if you prefer long distance because, you know, you have your space, he has his space, but you're also trying to nurture a relationship at the same time, it works for some people. It doesn't work for others. So that's something to consider. Jamie, who's Jamie? Honey, who is Jamie? Jamie knows it was gonna be them too late. Who is Jamie, girl? I don't know. I wrote these notes so long ago. Peggy wants George to prove himself. And even with this like extravagant last date that they had, honestly, I don't know if this was all just production helping, what's his name, George out, but the man is a romantic, okay? But yeah, even with that, she's unsure because she feels like, oh, my family, oh, my mom, oh, shut up. Like, this story is so tired. Seriously, it is so tired. I value my family's opinion greatly. I really do. But they're not going to hold me back from love if I believe in it. So I would rather she say she has concerns about it and her family further emphasize those concerns that she already has, rather than being like, oh, but I love you. Oh, there's no problem with me. It's just my mom. So then you're not ready to be married. Because in your marriage, is every decision going to be co-signed by your parents in order for you to do it? That's ridiculous. Especially since there comes a day, sorry to be morbid, where they will no longer be here. You need to be able to create your own family and stand on your own feet and not using your parents as a crutch. Anyways, with Arthur, basically his home life is not conducive for having a partner. And now he's feeling the weight of having to be a husband. He wasn't even serious in wanting to be a husband because at the dinner party, they did open up about him. He opened up about having a date just before coming on the show. It's giving very unserious. So Arthur and Laura are the first to do the commitment ceremony. He's very like flattery with his words and the vows. It was exponentially better than his initial vows. Laura was very critical. And I was like, oh yeah, she's not saying yes.
I promise to treat you with respect, kindness, and compassion that you deserve. Everyone kept telling us that we would never work, but thanks to our combined determination and resilience, we have come this far.
Being away from you has given me time to reflect on us. The more I grow as a person, the more I grow apart from you. I've realised this relationship is something that can't be fixed. You've helped me realise what I don't want. I'm giving you this back.
You helped me realize what I don't want is wild. It's wild. Granted, that's what relationships are supposed to do, but damn, to actually say it to the person is crazy. We know at the end of the day, she was using her friends as the mouthpiece, because all the things that they were concerned about are things that Laura was concerned about but couldn't bring herself to talk to Arthur about in detail. And so Arthur did feel attacked by the friends, but honestly, this is what Laura was wanting to say to you but just couldn't. It's for the best that they don't continue a relationship. It looks like they won't even be friends after the fact. That's tough. I want to see if Luke was correct about Laura being like a gold digger, and if her notion of wanting a Chelsea boy is tied to materialistic things. Because at the end of the day, I feel like there is a personality trait that we all gravitate towards, but is it the personality of a Chelsea boy or the finances of a Chelsea boy? I guess time will tell with that one. The next couple to do the commitment ceremony is Jordan and Erica. Jordan is down bad for Erica. Honestly, a lot of the guys this season are down bad for their wives.
We've had the highest of highs, but also the lowest of lows in our journey. And it makes me wonder how much we will struggle on the outside. But every moment with you feels special. I've developed feelings that are so strong that it's scaring me. You've made me want to be the best version of myself, and I want to be the best husband I can for you.
There have been a lot of occasions where I feel I haven't been heard, when my needs and feelings have been dismissed. I care about you and I want you to be happy. But are we really doing what's best to make each other happy? I really do hope so. This is only the beginning and I can't wait to continue this journey together. Here's to chapter 2.
It's beautiful. It's nearly as beautiful as you.
It's funny that the preview for the next episode showed like a scandal between Jordan and Erica, because I'm not surprised. Jordan, to me, seems like he was very agreeable at the beginning just for the sake of wanting to be in a relationship. But once he realized that that wasn't sustainable, he had so many problems with Erica, and Erica had her own problems with him. Like, she likes him as a doormat. And when he stopped wanting to be a doormat, that's when they started to have their issues. You know what I mean? Also, he wants to be with her, near her, all that stuff. She doesn't want to be around him. Not right now, it seems. So if I'm looking at it objectively, I would say, what the hell are y'all doing being together? But okay, they chose each other, fine. Best of luck to you. With Peggy and George, both of them were very emotional. I almost caught myself. I was like, George, not the man who was obsessed with titties, now being the one who's like the most affectionate, profound, romantic one of the group. But yeah, it was quite emotional.
I adore so many things about you. Your humor, intelligence, classiness, beauty, ambition. Being apart from you over the past few days has really made me realize I've got very strong feelings for you. Thank you for giving me a chance. But lastly, thank you for always having my back. Okay.
My initial impression was that you were arrogant and boisterous. And it broke my heart hearing that my family didn't think you were right for me. It worries me that on the outside, you'll prove them right. And you'll get too comfortable enjoying your hobbies. I may not trust easily, but I trust myself. And I also trust that you'll prove everyone who doubts you wrong. I'm certain it'll end with a happy ever after and the greatest reward of all.
This one to me was a surprise just because we know the chokehold Peggy's family has on her, but George's speech was talking about kids, the 2 kids that they're gonna have, the life that they're gonna live together. Peggy reciprocated all the energy that he was putting towards her. I was like, okay. Now I hope, as a wife, even though we know they don't end the show as literal husband and wife, I hope that as a wife, she does realize that her family, like the one that she is building, has to be a higher priority. I'm not going to say it comes first because I know people have different opinions, but it has to have a higher priority than where she's putting it right now. It definitely seems like there are a few things that trump George right now. And if that's going to be your husband, your life partner, the father of your children, potentially, that can't be the case. It can't be the case. He needs to be, he needs to be higher up in the ranking in your life, okay? But yeah, good on them. George really shocked me, honestly. The character development is crazy. I hope that he puts that bravado down because it's unnecessary. Like, look at the growth. It's cool to be romantic. It's cool to be a lover boy within reason for a woman who's, receptive and reciprocates that energy. Like, yeah, it's great. The biggest shock to me, was Adrien and Matt.
I love that you are bubbly, fun, outgoing person. I genuinely feel like I've won the lottery. The biggest hurdle for me is you not wanting kids. I visualise a lot of things, and the biggest one right now is creating the most amazing memories with you.
I've worked extremely hard to become this strong and resilient woman stood in front of you today. You said you wanted children, but now you're willing not to have them for the sake of us being together. However, it's true what they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Now let's dream big, aspire to be great, and continue our adventure in the outside world, because I'm falling for you.
So these two have fundamental differences that, for me, would be hard to get over. The kids thing, yeah. Difference in lifestyle, even though I do feel like Adrien is blowing it out of proportion. I know some of y'all don't agree. I know. I just feel like something as trivial as, he's just not as extroverted as I wanted him to be. Like, that's okay. It would be one thing if they never had fun ever, but I see her enjoy her time with Matt, and maybe it was the environment that made Matt just so high strung or whatever, or antisocial, even though it wasn't really antisocial, it just wasn't as social as Adrien would have liked. So he definitely has the potential to be the man that she wants, and on paper they literally are a perfect match. However, she made it a big deal. So I was like, okay, if she's making it a big deal, I guess it's a big deal. Then the kids thing, even in her vows, she was like, I don't know if you are compromising your stance on kids just to be with me. Valid. Absolutely valid. How they're going to work through that one, I don't know. Like I said, I think you would have to be a person who's indifferent on kids to be with somebody who's like, oh, I don't want kids. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Then we have Paul and Tasha. For me, as you guys know, they were a shoe-in to be like the couple of the season. But with Tasha's outbursts here and there, I was like, ooh, scary. But even through that, they decided to stay together.
I was overjoyed and so grateful that this beautiful, tall, handsome, black king was stood waiting for me. There have been times where I've questioned if I was right for you. You are one of the few people who's come into my life who I feel I can count on and who will never betray my trust. I choose you now, tomorrow, and forever.
Our time together hasn't been without its challenges. I had to think long and hard about all the times we've clashed and what that said about our relationship. However, you have taught me so much and given me so many opportunities to learn and grow. I vow to always support and encourage you to grow and reach for your dreams. I love you, and I can't wait to continue our journey together.
At the end of the day, behind closed doors, if Paul is able to really advocate for himself in this relationship and it isn't Tasha bulldozing her way through this marriage, then fine. I feel like, and it could be the way that they're, how do I say this? Because we know reality shows, no, it is not scripted, but there is like a vision that the producers have. And I think that Tasha was supposed to be that like tough exterior. I'm out there, I say what I want to say, punch anybody in the face if I want to. I'm joking. Am I? And then Paul is supposed to be the sweet cherub, the lovable guy. So definitely it's easier to make it seem like Tasha is the villain in their marriage. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, it is easier to put the onus on Tasha a lot of the time, but we don't know what Paul's been doing behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So much so, on Discord, I forget who said it. I would have shouted you out if I remembered. Somebody put in an article there where when Tasha was having her like issue at the homestays and she had to stay in a hotel, apparently she's diabetic. And so she was having an episode and she really just did not feel well. So the fact that Paul basically guilt tripped her, basically guilt tripped her, knowing that it was something like legit. She wasn't just making up a story to not stay with the parents. Like, that was interesting. I hope that was just for television, because if in fact he knew what was going on with her and he still decided to make a kerfuffle about it, yeah, that's a problem. But anyways, they decided to stay together. He also dropped the L bomb. I don't remember if Tasha said it. She could have. But yeah, Paul said that he loves her. And then last is JJ and Ella, who, in my opinion, I don't even see them as a married couple, let alone boyfriend and girlfriend. And honey, they decided to end it too because they don't see it either.
Being seen for Ella as Ella without any judgment is something I never thought would happen to me. I only dreamed of it as a child, and you made me see and realise it was a reality rather than a dream. You said you liked my crazy, loud side, but I think you liked the idea of it. I wanted it to be you, but it isn't right now. I'll never forget you and what you've done for me, which will change my life forever. I may not have found the one in you, but I have found myself and my worth. I'm going home as a strong, independent, proud woman who has learned so much for the better about myself.
Ella, I could have told you from y'all flirting at the getaway that JJ was not the one. And that you were not the one for JJ either. The man, throughout this process, never really told us what it is about Ella that he wanted in a partner. Besides physical attraction, we got nothing from these two, honestly. And that's another reason why bringing them back did not make any sense. Now, we have to be on Nathaniel's side, him saying that the show already had an agenda when it came to Ella. Of course, it is good representation for the queer community to have Ella on the show and see it through. But you could see the agenda. You could see it. Like, none of her partnerships made any sense. It was just like, hey, let's throw anybody in there to kind of make it seem like there's potential here, but Ella was not it was not it was not going to work for Ella and any of these partnerships. Not Nathaniel, not JJ, even though they picked each other, and they really shouldn't have, because it was just sexual tension. And on top of that, I have to ask, have we ever seen Ella and JJ kiss? I don't know if I just haven't been paying attention, but I haven't seen them kiss ever. I could be tripping, but you guys let me know. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm traveling later this week, so the reunion episode might come out late, and I heard they're splitting it up in 2 anyway, so yeah, I'll just take my time with that one. But I will be doing the reunion episode as well, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the next one.